Hey guys, so it's pretty crazy in the house right now, but I'm going to be doing a dish I haven't done for probably about a year. I don't know why. I think I cooked it so many times that we just got sick of it, but like tonight I have no idea what to cook for dinner and I just want to cook everything in one pot. So this is like a one pot dish that's got garbanzo beans in it, it's got ground beef in it, and it's going to have rice in it. So I don't even know, what culture I would specifically say this comes from. It's going to be super tasty, so follow along and I'll show you guys how I make it. So I'm going to start with browning the onions first. Okay, so the onions are nice and golden brown, and I've just added about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of a nice chopped or grated ginger, and I'm using it from the jar. So much better than having to do it yourself right now when you're in time constraint. Also, you guys know I love these cubes of crushed garlic that you can just pop out. I get them from Trader Joe. And I've got one of those in there, okay? So after I saute that for just a couple seconds, I'm going to be putting in the ground beef, browning the ground beef, and then I'm going to be adding in 1 can of garbanzo beans, and then we'll add some seasonings to that. Okay, so right now we are browning our ground beef. We've got the onions, the garlic, and the ginger in there right now. I also want to let you guys know that you want to set aside a little bowl to soak your rice. This is about 1.5 cups of rice. You can use 1 cup if you want to make something small. You can even use up to 2 cups. I'm making 1.5 cups because I really want to flavor the beans and the ground beef a lot. So have that soaking while you're doing all this stuff, and then rinse it before you add it to your pot. On hand, we have a couple different spices. We've got coriander, we've got turmeric, we've got cloves, cinnamon, red chili, and some cumin powder. And I'm going to be adding that to the meat in just a second. So now we have our browned meat. I added 1 teaspoon of coriander, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, a dash of cloves, and a dash of red chili pepper. Now I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, it smells so good, guys. I wish you guys could smell. I've got the browned ground beef with all the spices. I just added a can of garbanzo beans to it. And now I'm going to put the lid on and cover it for about 5 to 7 minutes, just because I want the garbanzo beans to get a tad soft and soak up some of the flavor before I add the 1.5 cups of rice to it. But this is a wonderful dish, so I hope you guys try it. Okay, so I have been sauteing the meat with the garbanzo beans for about 5 to 7 minutes, and just let the garbanzo beans soak up some of the flavor. I've been soaking 1.5 cups of rice, and I've drained it now, and I've just added it to the pot. So now I'm going to add 2.5 cups of water to this dish, and I'm going to simmer it for about 10 to 15 minutes until it all kind of mixes together and the rice is fully done. It should be pretty delicious. So I have added the water now, and I'm going to let the water come to a boil, give it a good stir. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to put it on low, like probably 2 or 3, and let that simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Here we go. Here's a quick peek at it about 5 minutes into cooking. It's looking so good, smelling so good. I'm going to put the lid back on and cook it for another 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, there it is. Our yummy, delicious one-pot dish. So good. And I would have some nice plain Greek yogurt on the side that will taste really good. Hope you guys enjoy.